17 minutes past 3. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. Today's Big Three is one big story. Do politicians who need traders to win elections treat them fairly, do you think? Do politicians who need traders to win elections treat them fairly? We're talking about the ongoing situation at the Abibat Mogaji Sunday Market in Ojodu. Earlier this week, the traders at the market, led by the Yoloja of Ojodu LCDA, staged a march to the State House of Assembly to protest what they allege is a plan by the council to sell the market to a developer who wants to turn it into a parking lot. Now, we talked about this yesterday, yes? And when we did, I pointed out to you that since November, Lagos State Government and LCDAs have demolished various markets, including Jankara Market, Ikosi-Ketu Fruit Market, and Katangoa Market. And now the merchants and traders of Abibat Mogaji Sunday Market are worried that they're next, and they're speaking out. And when I spoke with the Yoloja of the market yesterday, who's also the Yoloja General of Ojodu LCDA, Chief Mrs. Folashade Salako, she mentioned on the phone, when we were on the phone together for a few minutes, that she said a few things. She said a lot of things. And I'm going to play that interview for you so that you listen and make up your mind for yourself. But something that was interesting was that when we got off the air, after the interview on air yesterday, we got off the air, we talked about her coming into the studio in person today. She even offered to come in with other market women into the live studio, Nigerian Foods live studio, for a longer interview about the issues of the market. But suddenly today, she cannot make it. Family emergency, she said. But anyways, for you who missed the interview yesterday, here's my conversation with the Yoloja of Ojodu LCDA and the Abibat Mogaji Sunday Market, Chief Mrs. Folashade Salako. For the sake of those who are newcomers in Lagos, and by the way, I have John Makinde in the studio with me. He's going to be helping to interpret what I say in case you don't understand something. For the sake of those who are newcomers to Lagos, for how long has the market been in existence?
Sorry. Hello?
Yes, hello, ma.
Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening.
It's 1989. July 2nd.
Since 1989, January 2nd?
July 2nd. July 2nd.
July 2nd, okay. How long have you been a Yaloja?
Thank you. I've been a Yaloja of that place 19... I'm coming. And they started, it is there, our Mama Mogaji. Late Mama Mogaji. She's the one that started at that time the allergy of that place. Okay. It is Better Life Rural Program.
Okay.
We commissioned it. Miriam, Papangida. Then after that, Mama installed me as the lawyer of that place. 2 years after Mama using it, then I can't be a lawyer general of that local government in the same year.
Now, can you explain to me who owns the land on which the market is built? And feel free to answer me in Yoruba if you're more comfortable speaking Yoruba to me. Who owns the land on which the market is built?
It is Lagos State. Who owns the land? It is Lagos State.
Okay.
Market board. Yes. Can I speak with you in Yoruba?
Yes, please. Go ahead. Yes, please.
Thank you very much. Then, me, Mama wa Alhaji Abibat Mogaji.
Okay, ma.
Now, during the time that Mary Babangida tó wà ní orí oyè, ìgbà yẹn náà dá ọjà yẹn sílẹ̀ fún Better Life Rural Women in Lagos State. So àwọn tó dẹ̀ ní ilẹ̀ yẹn ń gbà yẹn, àwọn ìjọba Lagos State, àwọn náà ní ilẹ̀ yẹn tó ń lò kó tó di pé màmá wa gbà ní ọwọ́ wọn pé kí wọ́n lè lò fún ọjà better life. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we can hear you. Can you tell me what she said?
So she said that it was commissioned by Miriam Babangida, the market itself,
Okay.
when they established the Better Life Rural Women program.
Okay.
And they will...
Oh,
Hello, ma'am.
ìgbà tí màmá máa install èmi síbẹ̀
Okay, so the...
àti ọjà
Okay.
Òjòdú general.
All right. So the woman who the name, the...
Ìgbà tó tún yá,
okay.
wọ́n fi mí jẹ ìyá lọ́jà Alájà Abibat Mogaji Sunday Market ní Ìjàyè Ọgbà ń bẹ̀.
Okay.
But let me ask, before now, has government ever come to tell you that the market was going to be demolished?
No at all. Kò sí nǹkan tó jọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
It was not
Ìjọba tó ní tán gbé fún wa, tán gbé fún màmá at that time, wọn ò wá rí pé bí wọ́n fẹ́ wò. Wọn ò wá pé wọ́n fẹ́ wò.
kò dẹ̀ sí pé wọ́n bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ pé wọ́n sọ fún pé bóyá wọ́n pe meeting pé a fẹ́ wó kínní o bóyá kẹ́ máa plan.
Rárá, wọn pè wá rí fún un.
There was no...
Wọn pè wá pé wọ́n fẹ́ wó bẹ̀rẹ̀ o.
There was no proud meeting or proud...
Torí ọjà mẹ̀kúnnù ni o. Ọjà alátẹ̀lépo níyọ̀ tí gbogbo Lagos State wá ń ná. Látẹ̀pẹ̀ Badagry, Ìbẹ̀jú Lẹ́kí, Agége.
So those are the people that's where people come from to this market.
Òṣòfẹ́, Ṣómólú. It is that 20 local governments àwọn ni wọ́n ná ń gbà náà lọ́hùn. Up till now.
Wow.
Títí di sìn ni àwọn èèyàn máa ń wá lẹ́kẹ̀pẹ̀ láti Badagry, láti Ṣómólú, Ìbẹ̀jú Lẹ́kí.
What's the reason that government is giving for wanting to demolish it?
No, the government is not said they wanted to demolish ourselves.
Okay.
It is our chairman who is on the seat now.
Okay.
Ẹ máa gbọ́ ṣe rí ìgbà tó dé pàtí nọ̀bù.
Yes, ma'am.
Kò sí wàhálà kankan fún wa o. Ànájà yẹn kò sí wàhálà. Kò sí nǹkan bí ọdún 4 sẹ́yìn. Àwọn Lagos State Market Board àti local government chieftaincy affairs pẹ̀lú àwọn fàdámà tó wà ní Lagos State náà wá sí local government wa lójoojú tí wọ́n sọ pé àwọn fàdámà fẹ́ bá wa kọ́ ibẹ̀ torí ọjà oúnjẹ là ń tà ń bẹ̀.
Okay.
Along the line fàdámà ti wọlé ọjà mẹ́ta ni wọ́n fẹ́ kọ́ ní Lagos State gbà yẹn wọ́n ní Ìkan Ẹ̀pẹ́, Badagry àtọ̀dọ̀ wa ń bí. Chairman wa tó wà lórí àlefansi ó wá sọ wípé kí wọ́n ní sùúrù pé à ń fẹ́ dìbò pé tá a bá dìbò tán wọ́n padà wá pé láti wá ṣe àwọn yẹn dẹ̀ gbọ́ ọ̀dọ̀ òkú tẹ́ wọn lọ́rùn torí wọ́n sọ pásìkò because it is grants orí ọ̀fẹ́ náà fún wa wọ́n ní owó ìjọba àpapọ̀ lọ́ máa ń ná fún àwọn mẹ̀kúnnù bí irú àwa báyìí láti pé kán fi kọjá fún wa lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́. Wọ́n dẹ̀ mú lẹ́tà yẹn wá láti Lagos State Market Board wá sí local government wa. Wọ́n dẹ̀ pè mí náà sí meeting. Adẹ̀gbà inú mi dùn. Torí pé kí ni àwọn ọlọ́jà dédé tá à ń kó dìbò títí lémi tí mò ń sọ̀rọ̀ inú àjọ ń dìbò ni. Inú mi dùn pé Ọlọ́run san wá lẹ́san tó dáa. Gbogbo Adẹ̀gbà. Kò dẹ̀ pẹ́ náà lẹ́nìkan yọjú tó jẹ́ fámìlì chairman wa tán ló ń kọ́ ọgbà retail market. Ó ní àwọn physical planning fóun ní ìwé pé kò fi bẹ̀yẹn ṣe car park pé a lọ sí physical planning. A ṣàlàyé wípé ọjà yẹn ń kọ́ ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ní ọgbà retail market tó yàtọ̀ sí Alájà Abibat Mogaji Sunday Market. Wọ́n wá ní ká ní sùúrù wọ́n wá find out nínú gbogbo àwọn fáìlì wọn. Wọ́n rí i pé rọ́ọ̀lù ń pa. Wọ́n sọ pé àwọn ò fún ní àṣẹ pé kó kọ́ ọ̀dọ̀ wa kàbí kó fi ṣe káàpá. our Lagos State Market Board àti local government chieftaincy àti Àlàúsá wọ́n dẹ̀ wọ́n lẹ̀ pé má débẹ̀ yẹn Fàdámà kọ́ ni kókó fáwọn mẹ̀kúnnù.
Okay.
Last night you wípé chairman wa family ẹ̀ tó fẹ́ kó pọ̀ torí ẹ̀ ló ṣe ní káwọn Fàdámà lọ. Yóò kó pé àwọn ọlọ́jà làwọn ń lò fún kó jẹ́ ká ṣe campaign ká dìbò tán. Tó bá dẹ̀yìn 3 months káwọn ẹ̀ padà wá ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn Fàdámà ti rí pé time ti ń lọ fún oore ọ̀fẹ́ tán fún wa pé kó má kọjá. Wọ́n tó àwọn ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ti Bàdágìrì àti Tẹ̀pẹ́.
Okay, hold on. Let my interpreter tell me what you've said so that we can continue the conversation. John.
So she said 4 years ago that Fadama and the Lagos State Market Board said they wanted to build 3 markets for rural people in 3 locations: Epe, Badagry, and their own side. So when they wanted to build it, the local government chairman there said they should wait. That election is approaching. That after the election, that they're going to build it. And then she said later they realized that someone came who happens to be in relation to the local government chairman who wants to build. He said that he has gotten permission from the physical planning people and he wants to build car park, of which they went to the physical planning and the physical planning said it's a lie, that they didn't give him any permission and they warned him. I think that's where she stopped.
Okay. Now, you led a protest to the House of Assembly. What were your demands during that protest?
Last week, I said, yes, ma'am. That is on the 3rd February, Monday, tó kọjá, the chairman wá pè wá. Ó wá ń sọ fún wa wípé ibẹ̀ yẹn ńkọ́, òun fẹ́ kí Fájánà kó kọ́ ibẹ̀. Who is Fájánà? Ó lẹ́ni tó kọ́ ọgbà retail market. Kí nìdí? Ó ní ẹ̀mí àdáni ló ní ṣe báwọn Fàdámà láti jọ ní àsọtì. Why tó ń jẹ́ Fájánà láti pè púpọ̀? Mo ní àlè gbà kí Fájánà kọjá. Because èyí tó kọ́ ní ọgbà retail market is mortgage 25 years ní ọmọ fẹ́ fi lù. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí n ta àmọ̀ tó àmọ̀ the council. A bá fi yé bẹ́ẹ̀. Ló bá wá ti máa sọ, mo ní ṣèbí car park ní tó ń sọ tẹ́lẹ̀. Adúpẹ́ pé Ọlọ́run ti gbà wá lọ́wọ́ yín tíjọba physical planning àti local government chieftaincy affairs tó ti ní kọ́ máa dìbẹ̀ kí fọ́ọ̀dà máa jẹ́ kó wá pọ̀. Fàdámà táwa ń retí ẹ wá ń sọ fún wa lẹ́nu yìí sùn wípé Mr. Fájánà Eliza kan ló fẹ́ pọ̀. Wọ́n ní Fájánà ò lè kọ ọjà fáwa torí onímọ́gẹ́jì ni. Aláta elépo níyọ̀ is rural market. Ọlágbà púpọ̀. Wọ́n á ní kí ni dé tí ò jẹ́ kí a ṣe fúnra wa. Because kò sí bó ṣe bá ń lò fẹ́ kọ àní rìgbà mọ́ irọ́ ló máa pa wọ́n máa ka gbọ́ ẹ̀dànù mọ́ wa lórí ni. Tó kọ́ yẹ ká ṣe díẹ̀díẹ̀ bó ṣe yẹ ká wà kó bá a lè gbà wá. Ó ní rárá. Ó ní tó ń sọ fún wa ni ká gbọ́. Ó ní kó tó kó máa wó wa dàbí. Ìsọjá náà ló máa kọ. Èmi dẹ̀ sọ pé àwọn Fàdámà tá a ti jọ ní àdéhùn tá a ti jọ sọ̀rọ̀ tó ní kó hold on after tá a bá dìbò tán pé kó máa bọ̀. Ó wá ń sọ fún wa wípé àwọn Fàdámà ti lọ time tán fún wa pé grant ni wípé time yẹn ti lọ ó ti kọjá wípé tàbádẹ́lì ráwọn Fàdámà pé padà bọ̀ ká ṣàjẹ́ kí Fájánà kọ́ ìsọ̀ yẹn kéékèèké tó bá dẹ̀ dín kó bá dé tí Fàdámà tá à ń fẹ́ bá tún padà wá pé Aghogho kíkà tó bá kọ́ pò ń bẹ̀ táwa dẹ̀ máa lọ kóòtù kájọ máa lọ ṣe kéèsì.
Okay.
My chairman.
Let me. Okay. Let me. Mrs. Salako. Let me hear what you're saying. Let him interpret what you're saying for me, because we're almost out of time as well. Go ahead.
Yeah, so she said that the chairman came and said that Mr. Fájánà have to build a retail market for them, and they were like, why? That they've already had an agreement with fiscal planning and the Fadama people. But the chairman was like, the Fadama time has passed. It was a grant from federal government for the rural people, and since they didn't build it, that this is a new one. And she said no. He was not like. One of the reasons why they even opposed it was that if they built that retail market like the one they built in Ogba, that is a 25 years mortgage, and they won't have a portion. They will sell all those stuff out. The stalls out. So, and that's one reason why they opposed it. And she's saying that he was not saying that the Mr. Fajana have to build it, and if Fadama now comes, then they can now go to court and settle it.
Okay. Now, the whole of Lagos is listening to you. We've got at least over 400,000 people listening to you right now, Ma. What do you want Lagos to know? And can you keep it very short?
Yes, until mo fẹ́ kí àwọn ìjọba kan ràn wá lọ́wọ́ fún. Ṣẹ́rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe pọ̀ tá à ń lọ́jà yẹn ní Sunday àti ní days. Àwọn ìjọba tó ti kọ́kọ́ ṣe lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ wọ́n ti kọ́ ṣẹ́ẹ̀dì síbẹ̀ fún wa. Kó rọra fi wá sílẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ kádẹ́rà máa ná nǹkan wa. Kó má dààmú wa wípé wọ́n fẹ́ kọ́. Orí kíkọ́ yẹn ó léwu nù. Wọ́n máa gbàgbọ́ ọjà tó mọ́ wa lórí ni. So àfẹ́ kó rọra fi sílẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ because àwọn eléso wọ́n kó sórí stand bẹ́ẹ̀ ni aláta wọ́n kó sórí stand bẹ́ẹ̀ tó ní kálukú ní portion tiẹ̀ tó ń kó ìgbà wọn sí. And Sunday Market ó nìkan lọ́jà tó wà fún gbogbo òkèjà lágbègbè wa bíbá tí ó kó àná tó ń ta nǹkan oúnjẹ ń bẹ̀. Tẹ́yìn kan bá wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ rè kó má pa ọjà wa rẹ́ fún wa kó rọra fi wá sílẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ìgbà tí ọ̀gá wa Abiodun James Faleke tó wà ń bẹ́ àti chairman tó wà yìí kò yọ wá lẹ́nu kò yẹ kí ìdààmú kọ̀ọ̀kan kó bá wa. Pàtí Fáṣọlá náà wà ń bẹ̀ wọ́n kó gbogbo àwọn ọlọ́jà orí títì wọ́n kó wá bẹ̀ pé ká máa ná. Àdẹ̀mú stand kéékèèké gbogbo à ń tajà ń bẹ̀. Àwọn tó wá ń jọ níjọ Sunday ní ìgbèríko bíi Ẹ̀pẹ́, Badagry, Ìkòròdú nǹkan kan olúkálukú náà tún wá bẹ̀ jọ Sunday wọ́n á tajà wọn. Wọ́n lè sọ tó bá di Monday àmàgbálẹ̀ àwọn ẹlòmíràn tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní iná. So kíkọ́ ibẹ̀ tóun sọ yẹn a ò fẹ́ kó má yọ wá lẹ́nu kó ra fi wá lè jẹ́jẹ́.
There you have it, the Iyaloja of Ojodu LCDA, Chief Mrs. Folashade Salako. We had her on the show yesterday between 5 and 6. And she had so much more to say. The Iyaloja had so much more to say. And she was willing to come back today to say all of it. But neither her nor her members can make it suddenly because she has a family emergency, she said. She also said that since she had already spoken once on the radio, there was no need to speak again. Now, I also reached out to the chairman of the LCDA to get their side of the story. I still have not gotten a response. It's unfortunate because in situations like this, I always want to give you a chance to hear what your public servants have to say, but no reply. Now, we're going to keep trying because this story is not going on anywhere. But in the meantime, I want us to look at what she did tell us in that interview. She said that there had been plans to rebuild the market on behalf of the traders. She claims Fadama wanted to build the market. That's the National Fadama Development Organization. They are a federal government agency that helps develop farmlands and provide access to markets for farmers. So Fadama wanted to develop the market for them. But according to her, the LCDA chairman told Fadama to wait. What was the reason? Elections are coming. After elections, we will start. Now, fast forward to after the election, somebody else is building another market in another location. She claims he's a relative of the LCDA chairman. And this contractor came and claimed that the government, the Office of Physical Planning, had given him permission to turn their market into a parking lot. They confronted physical planning and they found out it was a lie. But now she's saying that the chairman has told them that this same contractor is going to be the one to rebuild their market because the Fadama project has ended. They took too long to accept Fadama, but these traders are saying no, because first, this same contractor has shown interest in the land for ulterior motives, and second, even in the other market that he's building, it's going to require traders to pay a mortgage for 25 years. So these traders are worried that this is all a scheme to take their market from them, to force them into a mortgage agreement. But here's the first question that I need answered. Why was the Fadama project rejected? How can an LCDA chairman say, let this project not go on until after election? What's more important, elections or development? And here's my second question. How come it's the same contractor who allegedly tried fraudulently to take the market land from the traders that is now being brought by the government to rebuild the market? These are questions that I really want to ask the LCDA chairman, but his office has not gotten back to me. I hope they do so that we can talk about this. I still cannot get over the idea that a project that would have built a market for these people for free was stopped because of elections, allegedly. And the irony is that when it comes to elections, the people in the market, in that market, the people who got cheated out of a new market because of elections are the very same people that the elected officials rely on. Because you see, elections are all about mobilization, the party that can gather more people to go to the polling unit, to vote, to win. Any party that can gather more people to go and do those things will win. And of course, we know that the easiest way to mobilize people is to meet them in groups, right? So what politicians do is during campaigns, they go to meet groups that have large numbers of loyal members. Groups like market unions led by Iyolojas, groups like Keke Drivers Unions, groups like Okada Riders Association. I moved to Lagos right before the last elections. Back then, the people who are in government today were campaigning to get into government. And I remember them going to the markets to talk to the Iyolojas, going to the Okada Union, going to talk to the Keke unions. And at that time, did they not know that Okadas were dangerous? At that time, did they not know that Kekes did not belong in the 21st century Lagos? At that time, did they not know that the markets were illegal? But they asked those people for votes anyway. They wined, they dined them, they courted them, they got their votes, and now they're restricting them. And I wonder if the displaced traders and unemployed riders are asking, did our numbers only count before May 29th? These are things I think about. What do you think about the government saying the new market with free money should wait until after the elections? What do you think of the accusation that the LCDA chairman is insisting that his relative, who allegedly tried to seize the market fraudulently, must be the person to rebuild it? 01277 0993, 01277 1993, 01277 2993 and 01277 3993. Like I said, today is a big one story. It's not three, it's three in one. So many angles. You probably understand Yoruba more than I do. So you heard that interview for yourself. I left it intact so that you not miss out on anything. 01277 0993 1993 2993 and 3993. And yes, we're going to keep trying to get in touch with the LCDA chairman. Hello. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, ma.
Welcome. What's your name, sir?
My name is Imo Young Johnson. I'm calling from Fadi.
All right, go ahead.
Yes, we don't have any government in this country. It's only when they want to, when it's time for election, that's when they will go to all these market people. They will go to all these Okada riders. They will seek their vote. After winning the election, they will now want to display them. They did the same thing in Lawansi Market. When you get to there, we get to Lawansi. They called the chairman, they came, they blew the market. After that, they drove all of them away. That's the same thing they want to do in that market, which is wrong. We don't have a government in this country. When they need power, they seek for their vote. After winning, they want to drive all of them away. They should not. They are ungrateful people.
All right. Thanks for calling me. Hello. Good afternoon.
Hello, Sandra. How are you?
Very well. How are you?
You see, let us see how it's going to play out. When you are dealing with women, more especially elderly women, and you feel that you can really get them to the background. Only God knows how that person is going to survive.
Okay.
You understand? History has it that women are the mother of creation. And anytime you think you can stand on their nose and balance, it's only God that is going to judge the person. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So whatever the local government chairman and his cohorts are trying to do, I bet them they will not succeed. If they feel that they can use the human power and do it, posterity will judge them at the end of the day. You understand the point?
Okay.
So let us see how it's going to play out.
All right then. Thanks for calling me. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Sandra. This is Martin.
Martins, welcome.
Thank you. Sandra, will you blame the politicians? Nigerians have been proven to have short memory. You see, this is the best time for them to do this thing. Before election, all of us will forget. You will be surprised that the same people that are feeling aggrieved now, when it's time for election, they will vote along party lines. They will vote along mediocrity. They will vote along the lines we've never even thought about. The same people you are fighting for now, they will forget. All they need to do is to promise them. That's all. You know, as far as we keep doing this, for example, have you ever seen a Nigerian politician? You know, when you arrest a Nigerian politician or explanation of killing, what you will hear from people's mouths will be, is it the only one that stole? Nobody will say, is it true that he stole or not? We hear things like, is it the only one that stole? What about this person or that person? It's because it's not from our side. Sandra, well, I don't know how God will even help. Even if God said, I want to help this country called Nigeria, I don't know how God will do it. Look at the Uber clamp down. How can you say that one driver, see, for example, drivers are one of the least paid in Lagos State. In Nigeria, they're one of the least paid. You now expect them to be using 2,000 naira every year for so-called certification. 2,000 naira per driver. Driver is one of the least paid. Managers that earn millions per annum don't pay that.
That's a different conversation entirely. Yeah, it's a different conversation entirely, Martin, but thanks for calling to share your concerns. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Hello?
Yes, welcome.
Yeah, Sandra, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My president, sorry, Gary. President Sandra.
Christopher, welcome.
Thank you. What happened to continuity? The Mama mentioned Fadama, right? During the other guys, better for rural women. All that. There's this saying, democracy for the people by the people. Or how do I say it, Sandra?
Yes, you're on the money. You're right. You're doing it well.
So how come? Is it because of this smart city of a thing? You hear the part of my 12th market was on fire this morning, right?
Yeah.
Before you know it, they will cordon that place off. Before you know it, they will build something there. The poor people cannot manage. I know that very area that Mama is explaining now. That thing has been there for long. Fadama want to do this. Why not allow Fadama? Maybe it's a federal something. The people in government today now at the center. Why not continue with Fadama program? Then the chairman go and bring him brother to come and build market. Why all this? Smart city. Is it no human being will live there? Well, thank God Nigeria Info is there for us. Let them continue. With you people, Nigeria Info, at least we are good to go. Okay. Let them continue. Thank you.
Thanks for calling me, Chris. Good evening.
Sandra, Sandra, is that Sandra?
Yes, this is Sandra. Hi.
Wow. I will have to go and give Thanksgiving in the church. Today I get to Nigeria Info.
Congratulations. Welcome.
Sandra, sincerely, it's really... In fact, I don't know if... let me just speak in English because that's my local language. Now, pity for this country.
Okay.
Before this government comes, they said they were going to take out 100 million... they will take 100 million people out of poverty. Sandra, as we are talking here, Keke is no more in the country, or rather Lagos. Okada is no more in Lagos. Uber and both they are almost out. Please, is it the opposite of what they said? Because all of these people now are out of job. How are they going to keep their job? I saw an advert that said if you want to work at the federal secretary, just forget it there because there's no job as federal secretary. Now, and you're taking job away from this. How are they going to get jobs? Jesus Christ. Which kind of country are we heading to? The Western world is thinking about they are thinking of how to make the weather, they are thinking about to make sure the weather is okay for the condition for them. We are thinking of how we will now take food away from people's mouths. Is this the country? Jesus Christ. How did I find myself in this country? How did we find ourselves here?
Thanks for calling me, sir. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Welcome to the show. What's your name?
This is Rotimi from Idimo.
Welcome, Rotimi. Go ahead.
Mr. Sandra, let us always differentiate issues. The woman who spoke in Yoruba said specifically that it was the chairman of the local government in Ojodo. Ojodo is just an infinitesimal percentage of Lagos State.
Okay.
So it would be wrong to generalize that all markets in Lagos State are affected in this.
Well, I started by mentioning Jankara Market,
I get your point.
Ketu Market, Katangoa Market.
Listen,
I can give you a long list of markets in Lagos.
Sandra, have you been to the Kosi Market before?
I haven't.
This stench that pervades that area all the way to the CMD, almost 5 kilometers away, in this age of epidemic of coronavirus.
So Lagos needed to prevent coronavirus.
Listen to me. I'm a journalist like you. I'm just trying to throw some light. If the government now wants to develop a place so that to be more conducive even for the operators, I mean,
how many of the markets that government has previously demolished has it currently developed, and how many of them have people moved into?
Several. Listen, my point is this: you now in your analysis, you now ram this into the Okada restriction, which a lot of people are referring to as ban. It's not ban. Lagos has 57 local government and LCDAs, and only 15 are affected. In the whole of Alimosho, which is the biggest local government in senatorial district in Lagos in the whole country, Okadas and Keke all over the place. So nobody has banned them in Lagos. They are only restricted from major roads and overhead bridges. And if you listen to the deputy governor yesterday on one of the television channels, just the same way the information commissioner Benga Motosha has been going about, Lagos State has not banned Keke and Okada. They have only restricted them. And in conclusion, more than 20 states in Nigeria have for long banned Okada.
Do they have Lagos's population?
Listen. The thing is this, Sandra. If the other states outside the Lagos State are doing development programs, we can't be expecting everybody who is jobless in all the states to be coming and bringing their Okadas to Lagos. No, it can't be. That can't be the meaning of development.
All right, Rotimi. Thanks for calling to share your thoughts. Hello.
Hello. Good evening, Sandra.
Good evening to you. What's your name, sir?
This is Peter from Ikorodu.
Peter, welcome. Go ahead.
I thank you for this show. The problem is that some people in government are bent to commercialize everything in Lagos to their pocket. The other day you said you want to travel by water with the ferry. They said they have provided. Was it provided by the Lagos State government? And presently, the water in Lagos, is it safe? There's no in 2 months or 3 months, you have a boat capsizing. All the people inside died. They said they provided. The BRT is not Lagos State money. You hear somebody come to the show and say that it was a private investor. And by so doing, a road was created for them. The BRT in Lagos State plan, the BRT lane was not it's not in the plan in the first instance. So you can imagine now they want smart Lagos. They don't go to they said Okada is killing people. Go to the state general hospital. You see people dying there because of there's no bed. So the facility does not go there.
But at the same time, Peter, do we want Okadas on our highways? Okadas are not supposed to fly the highways. We don't want Okada
now. What of inner road now? What of inner road? We are talking about inner road. Okay, the law that they said that they promulgated 2012. They didn't buy Okada in Yaba now. They didn't buy it in Ikoyi. They only buy in the inner road and the express. Now they extended this thing. And the law in 2012 made by Fashola, he could Agbero. They are silent on Agbero. They didn't do anything about Agbero. The same law that banned Okada, then banned Agbero completely.
Peter, thank you for calling me. Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for calling.
Thank you so very much. My name is Oluwafemi.
Oluwafemi, go ahead.
I don't want us to blame the market women. I also, one of the caller was talking about the ignorance respect to the market women. But these women are our mothers. They go out there to get food for their children. I'm one of their children, and I won't like it when government takes away the livelihood of a woman, the means of survival. I don't like it.
But Rotimi mentioned a market, the Ikosike 2 market that stinks to all the way to CMD. I mean, the market women should be able to keep their markets clean, no?
Yes, the market women. I'm not justifying the.
So if you're not going to keep your market clean, is it really fair to expect government to look away while you operate in a market that may be a health hazard to the larger populace?
There's ways to go about it. The people needs to be carried along. If you want to, if the cause of demolishing the market is for health reasons, come on. What is happening in China? The markets are still.
Hello? Oh, that's quite unfortunately. But I do agree with you, Oluwafemi. There are so many steps between the market is filthy and it's a possible health hazard to demolition. How about enforce cleanliness? You have an environmental agency. What are they doing? How about getting to that market, declare 2 weeks of we have to clean out this place? How about you do your job as an environmental sanitation agency? How do we go from, the market is smelling, it has a stench? How do we go from there to demolish it? Why is the answer to destroy? Why can't we fix? Especially when we know that we'll destroy and we don't know when we're going to build a new one. Because track record shows that we typically don't build a new one on time. So what happened between market is stinky and demolish? There were so many other options in between. Why didn't we take any of those ones? And instead we chose demolish. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, Sandra Ezekwesili.
Good afternoon, am I?
Sandra, in my village, they say that don't trust the humility of a hungry man because he only tells his mind after he has eaten. It is sad because government leaders, they govern, they campaign in poetry, they govern in prose. But it's even sadder that they see people as votes. Do you understand? They don't see you as human beings, they see you as votes. And after elections, you don't really matter. And it's sad, really, really sad. One thing this government, the woman said something. He said engagement, let's like last caller. If you had engaged them, they won't be complaining. Do you understand? Same thing with other demolitions. Engagement, you ask very crucial questions. What has happened? Okay, market is thinking. Close it down for 1 month and make sure that it's fixed. But no, let's build a new one. Do you understand? Market are thinking, they generate waste. You're not holding brief for that. But what are the logical other things you could have done? But no. But because once you have an intention, you skip logic and go to something you think is a solution. So one thing I would say to the governor, he said many things when he was campaigning. He said, between me and the last governor, I'll be a listening governor. That's one thing he said I always hold him. He said, I will be a listening governor. I pray that keeps his word. Thank you very much.
Thank you, M.I. Hello, good evening.
Sandra, good evening.
Welcome. What's your name?
This is Babatunde.
Babatunde, welcome.
Yeah, you see, I've been listening to people's contributions, and I listened to Yalaja yesterday when the interview was going on. See, the truth of the matter is we're bent to always make business out of every opportunities in this country. And these people, these so-called people of politicians, always take that from the masses. Now, there is a grant, they call it grant, not a loan. For them, grant. Grant is something that you're not refunding.
It's free.
And it's free from a World Bank. Whether it's from World Bank or Paris Club, or I don't care where the grant is coming from, what I care about is it is free. Now, because you know that there is nothing that will come to your desk on, now you have to scrub it off, delay it, use all sorts of delay tactics to make that thing pass by. And you now went to bring someone to come and build. So at the end of the day, you will now be selling shop for them for ₦1 million for people that the profit that they make in a month, all in total, might not even be up to 100,000 naira. These are the people who are struggling to send their children to school. These are the people that maybe their husband is late. These are the people, maybe their wife is late. You have widow, you have widower, you have, all sorts of people. I know that market that you're talking about. And if you're saying that you're talking on environmental reasons, sorry, do we have environmental sanitation officers? Yes or no in Lagos? We do. What is the essence of Thursday's environmental cleaning?
Good question, Babatunde. Thanks for calling me. That's where we wrap it up today. Let's bring you League of Extraordinary Nigerians next. I told you that today the host of that show will be interviewing a young woman who is teaching out-of-school children for free. This woman has a first degree certificate in economics. It's a fantastic thing that's happening there, and that interview is coming up after the business news at 4:30. We're going to hear your stories about what's happening in your part of Lagos. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili.
Hard Facts will be right back.